All right. Sorry about that. Little mishap with technology, which is freaking awesome. So, how are you guys doing? It is 4th of July. I can't believe the year is like, it's just like going so fast. I don't get it. I don't know about you guys, but it's racing. It is racing for me. So, last night was the premiere of the Zombie Chronicles. The season 1, actually, excuse me, finale, not premiere. And we just, I just can't believe it. It was been such an amazing journey. And I'm so glad that some of you were able to make that journey with me. And the feedback I've been getting on the, hey guys, the feedback I've been getting on the show has been just like so amazing. I've been so thankful for being blessed to have like the cast that I had, the crew that I had. Season 2 ready? I see you, Artemis. Yeah, it's just like it's just surreal. I'm like, you step back and you're like, oh my gosh, we did it. We did it. Like, while I wait for my guests to come through, I just want to really thank so many people to thank, actually. So I'll just go down the list. If I miss you, I'm sorry. I want to thank my crew first and foremost. Fahad, Abdullah, Eric Cummings, Gavin Winnett, Brett Katzen, Taha Sheik, just like Lisa Compton, Ian Bellinger, my sound editor, Maura Mitchell. Oh yeah, no, definitely thank Taha. My husband, Dupree Waring, Lex Barbeau, some of my associate producers, Jamal Waring, just like, I mean, you guys really, your belief, your in the project and me. Hey, Maura, I see you. Just like, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. And then, my incredibly talented cast who came on. I'm just thanking. I'm just, giving thanks. I see you more. I'm about to bring you on right now. I just wanted to, really just thank the people who made this possible. Larry DeCarmine, my former professor, who helped me land one of the best locations. Thank you, G-Star School of Arts. Thank you, Texology. Thank you, D. Morat. Thank you to the music team, Detail the Truth, Jukebox Beats. Thank you, SP. Thank you guys. Just for giving all, for believing, and for making this project a reality, from concept to reality. So I'm going to actually bring on Maura Mitchell. Some of you may not know her. She has been the behind-the-scenes hero helping us put this project together. She is one of the editors. So let me go ahead and get that
Wait, I'm not even prepared. You fully surprised me. Wait, I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me
Hello?
again?
Yeah,
There
I
it
can hear
is.
you.
I can hear you. Okay,
Hi.
perfect. Hi. How are you doing?
Good. How is everyone? How are you? How are things?
Woo. Just like,
Post
woo.
post show. My gosh.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It's been, I,
Oh,
like one
thank
minute
you,
I'm like,
Dorothy.
next minute I'm like, oh, and just getting it in under the gun.
There's Leo. There's Leo.
Hey, Leo.
Hey, Maya. Hi. Hi, Dorothy. Did I say hi already? Thank you. Thank you, Dorothy.
Yes, Maura, you are glowing.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
that's Zombie Chronicles. Like that's
Okay, okay.
like what happens when you get to actually sit back and enjoy the art.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank
Have
you.
you? Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
It's can you?
Lisa,
Yes.
we're
Yes.
here. We're the
We're
day
here.
after it's finished.
Oh my God.
Leo's in. Okay, Leo. All right. This dog. Hold on. Oh my gosh! I can't believe it. I'm so excited. Okay, wait, hold on, Leo.
Hey, Lucas. Glad you figured it out.
Okay.
I I didn't even. Well, okay, let me get your thoughts on everything.
Oof. On everything, Lisa? You sure you want to go there?
Okay. Before we go there, there's a question that was proposed. What was your favorite part of joining NXG?
My favorite part is literally all of you guys. Like
Hey,
all
Mel.
of you guys. Just the fact that you had such an amazing team on that first day, guys. Just that first day, seeing you all work together to get the workshop done and all of the ideas that you guys like, I don't know, it just seems so like a family. Like you guys are a family and I'm grateful to be part of that family. Like
Oh,
I'm so grateful for you guys and your support and just the fact that it isn't just a project. It's like, no, it's all about how we're feeling too. And you're like, you guys are just so considerate and I couldn't have been luckier, I feel like, you know?
oh man.
So
Oh,
definitely you guys. Like if nothing, if Zombie Chronicles wasn't even a thing, I would still be grateful. Like I would literally be like, wow, I can't even believe I met such amazing people. Like, I think about you guys all the time. You know, like you guys are just part of my life now. So I hope you know I'm always always
always.
gonna be like, hey, how are you guys?
Hey.
10 years down the line, Lisa, Dorothy, Kaha. Oh my gosh.
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
what the
Always.
heck?
This is lifetime right here. Lifetime. Lifetime.
Yes.
So, that being said, I know I already said it, but just so you guys know, Mora is our main editor. She is the one who helped bring Zombie Chronicles to fruition in post production. She put all the pieces together and she just put her like more magic all over it and sprinkles and
I put some sprinkles on it. Just a little bit of
sprinkles on it. And she just made it amazing. So, what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about the show and some of the concepts, some of the things that happened in the season. So we're gonna.
Thank
There may be
you.
spoilers.
Mel?
So
Is that's not
that
Carl. That's not
yep,
Carl.
yeah, that's Carl.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's
That,
Juke. Oh my god,
it's
I don't even know. These are just like celebrities in my eyes. I love you,
celebrities
Carl.
in
Love
the
you, Juke. Your
building.
music is freaking awesome.
Oh yes, see,
Oh,
see. Oh man,
my
oh
heart's
man.
racing.
I
It's
know. I feel nervous now. I feel nervous now.
I
Like,
do,
okay.
right? This show's over and oh my god, what's going on? Oh wow, my heart's racing. Okay, what were you saying? I'm so sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just so you guys know, also, Jukebox Beats, big ups to him. I mean, the music, oh my gosh.
Yes.
Like, I could have put up a blank screen and just played his music, and I think we still would have been able to pull it off. I'm just
Right?
saying.
Oh my god, this show is awesome. The soundtrack is like you don't even know what's going on. All you
Yeah,
care about is the music.
the soundtrack is fire.
Yes.
Uh, okay, so all right, so let me. Okay, I still make it general.
Yes. Down.
Right, let me minimize a little bit.
Oh,
How did you feel about um?
I'll hold it. Wait, Lisa, you're cutting off. Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can
Yes,
you hear me?
I'm like looking for signal. I'm like,
Oh,
what
thank
was
you,
your
Lucas.
question? Because
Yes,
it cut
the
off.
music is amazing as Jukebox Beats. I was saying that as far as Zombie Chronicles, um,
Yeah.
I asked you one question. You know what? I need to kind of pull my thoughts together. I'm all over the place today, guys. Please forgive me. I'm just still basking in the glow of what we accomplished. What about Zombie Chronicles kind of like drew you in?
Honestly, I think it was the fact that well, the first thing that you told me was that it was zombies in a different way. It was zombies in like representing mental health. It was zombies representing minorities. It was zombies representing the points that we need to talk about. Like, and that was the first thing. I was like, okay, you say no more, say no more, you know, and that was the moment that I really felt like I wanted to edit this project. I wanted to help in any way that I could, because I just felt like it had such a strong point. I felt like it had like all of these elements that people don't really go on in movies and shows, like, or at least like when they do, it's like a show like 13 Reasons Why, or you know, to where it's such a heavy thing based off of one aspect. But I love the symbolism of the zombie, and I thought that that was so unique, and I like that was the first thing, like that was the first thing that hooked me as I was watching it. It was honestly like just the development of each person, of like the fact that um like the fact that you could get so in tune with one character, like, you know, for for me that's Wyatt, but my Wyatt and Carl, I love Brian, I love like, or Dorothy, yo, I like Denise, like I love everyone, you know, because I feel like everyone has their own moment. But for me,
Hmm.
like, it was the fact that I felt so many different uh I guess symbolic moments. Like, Carl is the father figure that Brian always wanted or needed, really, you know, and it just so happened that he walked by his store, because if he never walked by his store, these are the things I think about. Of course, there's all of this stuff is written, so but it's kind of like life, you know, it feels written. It feels like if I had never, same thing with like me with NXGs, like if my aunt and you guys had never like exchange, like had each other's email, if she didn't take 2 seconds to look at your email, then she never would have been like, oh, like this person has a whole production company, you should get the blah, 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 you know. And that was so crazy. So that is like, that's kind of like Zombie Chronicles for me. It's like kind of, you have all of these moments where it's like, wow, if it had just been a little bit different, then nothing would have, like, it never would have gone that path, you know. Like, if for Denise, if Denise had never kind of like, I guess, I don't know, like, if she had never given herself the moment to breathe and the moment to really reach out, she could have absolutely, no, Leo, don't jump. Sorry, guys. She's about to jump off the bed. Oh my god. Then I feel like toward the end, she never would have admitted her problem. It could have gone a lot worse. It could have, like, she could have spiraled. She could have been exactly where she was headed, which was down a very dark path. She was
Yeah.
alone, and things like that, little things like that, like in the story where you're like, okay, you know, like, if you really think about it as an overall, she finally reached out. She finally, like, did that one step, which is like the first step is admitting you have a problem, you know. And for a longer time, yeah, she was lying. She was like, oh no, I'm working and I'm doing all these things. And I'm fully spoiling the whole show, so I'm just gonna zip. and you guys need to watch it if you guys haven't seen it already.
Spoiler alert.
Right? Oh my God, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. We're spoiler talk. There may be some storylines that get uncovered.
I'm
Um,
literally telling everybody the story. Okay.
but
I
you only told them one. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I remember your question. Question for you more is, what was the hardest part to edit?
mm, that's a good question.
Mm, mm.
Um, okay, yeah, yeah, Dorothy, you know this already, and so do you, Lisa. The green wall to me was the hardest part to edit. The green wall was not green. Episode 3, you'll see a green wall, and you can't miss it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's perfection. That was blue, and it wasn't that it was difficult. It was that it was tedious. It was that it was a lot because there's a moment where Brian like sits back and he moves his head a whole bunch of times, and the mask just kept going everywhere. So so there's just this tiny moment that took me forever to edit, so much that I said I got
Mm.
to take a break like 3 times in a span of like days. I'm like, no, I just can't. I just
I
cannot.
can't.
But
I
and then they
can't.
kept telling me, no, the blue wall looks great. You don't have to change it. I was like, like, do you see the difference? Do you see it? So, I felt like it was worth it, but it was the hardest part just mainly because it was color. It was just me being a perfectionist and not wanting to fail my team.
No, definitely did not do that. No,
I know, I think it did its
definitely.
job. It looks pretty freaking great. The
It's
red, the
really freaking
green,
great.
like Brian's
All the
purple. So good.
mm, so good. What was you know what was the funnest part to edit then? How about that?
Oh, oh, Lisa, episode 6. Go watch it if you haven't seen it yet. Episode 6 was the best episode in
Yeah.
life. Like, it was
Yes.
the funnest thing to edit ever. Oh my gosh, because it's just so color heavy and like, and it's so funny. It became like a joke. Lisa, you kept telling me you're like, oh my God, there's a whole moment where it's gray. It's perfect for you to edit. You can add some color in there, and I'm like, yeah. And I think that was episode freaking 6 was just so beautiful. The way that you guys did the light. Oh, mwah, mwah. Art.
Art. It's also my favorite episode. Yes.
Right?
We've got a question from Amaya Lovelit. What's the one thing? Damn it, it went away. I missed it.
What's the one thing you're most proud of with
Thank
this
you.
project?
Thank you.
Episode 6, bro. Like, like episode 6 is the most proud. I feel like I've watched it just on my own. Like, I just like the episode a lot. I've watched it before it was even put out. I just watched it over and over again.
I
Watched it waiting for episode 7.
mm, Episode 6 is hands down my favorite episode.
Yes.
It is when everything hits the fan in the best way.
Right. Oh my God. And the moment, just quick, the moment with Michael and the cup in the other room, like, I was like, fun fact, that whole scene is silent up until, then sound
Yeah.
comes in and you're like, oh boy, look at all these little effects I can do. So much fun. Love it.
So much fun. For those of you who are just joining, we are talking to Maura Mitchell, who was the main editor for the Zombie Chronicles series.
Yes.
Yes.
That is I.
And we are discussing, the story, our favorite parts, dissecting the characters. Some of it's going to be spoilers, so if you haven't seen the series yet, I recommend you go watch it. Go watch it. Go watch
for
it.
sure.
For sure.
It's on your NXG Global Productions YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe, because there's going to be a lot more content we're going to be putting out. Zombie Chronicles is just like the biggest thing at this moment. But just you wait. Just you wait. Got big plans.
You're hired, Maura,
Thank you
as the
so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
you're 100% hired. You're 100%
Thank
hired.
you. Oh my God. This is the longest job interview of my life, but it was so worth it. It's like 3 months long, Lisa.
3 months long.
Ooh.
Um,
Uh,
oh, what are you looking for? Oh, what are you looking forward to, I guess, for next season, or what are you expecting to see in next season?
mm.
Ooh, we're there.
Zombie
Oh,
girls.
weird. Zombie
Zombie
girl.
girls. Who's to blame, quote unquote? Who's to blame for the surprising disappearance? That is what I want to know. Zombie girls. That is a quote from Maria Scher, episode 1. I will never
Mhm.
forget it because that was the day Lisa said, "We are not going into Zombie Girls this season." I was like, "Excuse me?" I was like, what?
We okay, so just for some of you, we for those of you who have watched, you know exactly what we covered. Season 2, we will be going to the writers' room. Um, I want to say I'm gonna just say in the fall, which is around the corner,
Yeah,
basically.
right. Maybe
um,
sooner than later.
definitely. So, and we are looking to this first time around, there was just pretty much 2 writers on board, me and Andrew Malik Smith. Uh, he was instrumental in bringing forth like a lot of some of the concepts and breaking things down, and helping me to bring this to light. And what we're looking to do this time around is have more of a writer's room. So not just 2 writers. We're looking to increase that number. So
3 writers.
or 4
Or 4 or 5.
or 5. I'm just saying.
Many writers.
I may or may not be putting it out there. So just
Yeah,
letting you guys know.
if you guys
You
want
know,
to help,
yeah. Just saying it's
just send us Ooh, that'd be so cool. If you want to be part of the writers room, you should send us like a paragraph of a story. We can read it and we can see how engaged we are in the
yeah.
topic of what you would see in season 2 of an episode, like just like a quick synopsis of your episode in season 2. I don't know if I word that
Do I
right.
even need to be here? Because you pretty much got this covered, Maura.
Ah, I'm just
Well,
creative.
um, what's something new you learned while working on this project?
Ooh, how to edit
Ooh.
faster, better. No, color grading. I didn't know how to color grade at all before this, and that's also why I was so grateful that you brought me on, because I felt like, oh my God, like, wow. I mean, if you really trust me, I mean, sure. But it really, I never messed with color grading that much at all. Like, I didn't know how to do it. I was kind of the type of person who put LUTs in. Like, I would download. If you hear breathing, that's Leo. But I don't breathe in this world. That's strictly for him. But what's it called? So yeah, I experimented a lot. Well, at first I had a lot of time. I felt like, oh, okay, like the deadline isn't until months from now, so let me just really play with this first episode and change the color of the blues to the green. Which in that first episode, if you notice, you will see that the that the board is red and green, and the red was always there, but I bumped up the saturation a little bit, and the green is blue originally. So I mean, that was the first thing. I was like, ooh, I want to try this out. And I was just messing with a lot of the controls. I didn't look up color grading or anything because it gets really confusing online. So color grading, and now it's like the love of my life. I don't know what my life would be if I was not an editor now. It's like it's weird. It's weird.
Hmm.
What about you,
I, I
Lisa?
learned, this is going to sound like a cop out, but it's really not. I learned just how much love and support that I had around me. I didn't realize how many people really pulled through, and I really, it humbled me so much. I just felt so grateful.
Oh my gosh, that's a good answer. Oh, thank you, Juke. Oh, that means so much. I love
Aw.
your music. I was
Oh,
like editing to your music. Anyway.
the question
Yes.
for you is, how did you meet? Oh, me, Lisa.
Oh,
I see
well,
what you guys do now.
well, I met the whole NXG team at the same time. Well, not at the same time technically, but in the same day. So my aunt and Lisa the kids go to the same are on the same soccer team, or they were. And my aunt just like, I think Lisa, you sent out something from your email, and
Mm-hmm.
it was NXG Global. It wasn't your normal email, like the Lisa one. So it was at NXG Global, and my aunt noticed because she was like, "Ooh, productions. I wonder if this is a production company." So then she Googled it, I think, or something like that. Saw the website, or she asked you about it. I don't know, but either way, she got the contact info. You said you were doing a workshop. Gave her the information. She passed me on the information, and I signed up that day. Then months later, which I was really upset about because I did this in December, and it was in February, and I was like, okay, what do I do? What do I do with my life now? Um, and so I was preparing for this too. I was like, okay, so I'm probably gonna need all these notes, like, I'm gonna need a notebook, pencil, pen, all that stuff, like all these things. And then I met her as soon as I walked in, and I didn't know if I was actually talking to the right person. I will be honest. Like, I was like, is this Lisa? I don't know. Because I mentioned my aunt, and you looked at me like I was crazy. And then I was like, do you remember? Because I said, I thought you guys were friends. That's how I really thought it was. But you guys didn't know each other. But you asked me, you're like, oh, are you my real name? And I'm not going to put that out there. And I was like, yeah, I am. And what that was it. And then you're like, awesome, so glad you're here. And then you said, wait till after, I want to talk to you. And I felt really special, and like it was just really freaking awesome. And I felt like I don't know. It just felt like something clicked in my life. Like, oh, I have purpose. I have purpose.
Um, it was both on both ends. On both ends. I was you just like you were like this like light that just shone, and you just like
Oh,
kept growing brighter. And I was like, okay, I need to I need to talk more with this young lady, and I need to
aw,
get her over
stop
here.
it. That's so sweet. Thank you.
Oh, because it was Production 101. They said, how did you like Production 101?
Oh, 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 oh,
Oh
oh,
God.
oh. Production 101 was, if nothing came of it, I knew my life was changed. Like, because I went home that night and wrote a screenplay. So it was literally like, it was the most inspiring thing, because for once I felt like I could ask people who were like me, who, or at least were once like me, where I was like, I can ask you guys, how does it feel being a director? Because I swear I feel like I put on all the hats at the same time. Like, when I'm trying to direct something, direct my friends or whatever, or edit, like I feel like I'm editing in the same time that I'm directing, at the same time that I'm writing, and I'm thinking about all that stuff at the same time. And you said, oh yeah, we all do that. And I said, no way. That was it. I was like, I'm hooked. Okay, cool. And the production
I think
side
it's for
is so
me.
good too.
Where can we find Production 101? Okay. On the website, nxgglobalproductions.com. But currently we have online versions, because for obvious reasons, Corona has forced us not to do any more on site at the moment. But you can sign up to the online, which is available 24/7, and it's basically a basic crash course in all four elements of production:
Right.
um, screenwriting, acting, directing, producing.
Which
So
check it out because seriously, it is just it's so great to not feel like you're alone in the world. Like, am I the only one who's struggling here? Like identity crisis. I don't know who I am. I don't know if I'm a writer, director, if I'm a freaking editor. Like who am I? And then Lisa just goes, "You're all of them. You're everything." I was like, "Thank you,
oh
thank
my
you so
God.
much. The light has shone." I felt like I was touched by God. Like I was like,
Oh
I
my
see
God.
all of this knowledge now. My mind is open.
Oh my geez.
So good. So good.
No more. Well, I have a question. I'm gonna propose to you, and anyone else who's on right now. What? And again, this is kind of what was said earlier, but we didn't really like talk much about it. And I
Yeah.
know that you said zombie girls. What
Yes.
other things are you guys looking to see in season 2?
Is that a question for me at then?
Both.
Well, I will
Oh,
tell you.
it's an open floor. It's an open floor.
So I'm looking forward. Okay. So I'm looking forward to diving into our favorite characters. Like, I want to know more about O'Shea and Felicia. I want to know more about Dorothy's past. I want to know more. I want to know more pre-Brian because Dorothy, like,
Denise?
Dorothy. Dorothy, I want to know more about you, girl. No, Denise. I want to know more about Denise's past. I want to know where she came from. I want to see her, in love. I want to literally I want to see her like her romance with her hubby before his demise, and like before all of those things. I would love. Okay, in my mind, I would love to have like a young Denise, and then then the season finale kind of goes up to where you're like, oh my god, and then she had Brian, like where you literally where you find out, oh my god, she's pregnant, and then you're like, of course she's pregnant, like we know she has Brian. Like that's to me, I loved Denise in that way that like I wonder her entire life. And also then like zombie girls could be in that point because it's kind of like you just hear about it on the news, you just hear about all these things, but it could be so like I would love it if there was a character like Denise's best friend or even her husband's best friend, something like that, to where it's connected with a deeper, darker part of society, which the Zombie Girls is kind of highlighting like human trafficking. At least that's
Yeah.
what it's like, it's highlighting that, which is a huge problem that while we talk about it, we don't talk about it. You know what I mean? Like it's sort of hush hush. It's sort of like, wow, that's really dark. So while the news and documentaries and stuff go on it, it's very similar to all of those moments in our society where it's dark and no one wants to talk about it because it's negative. I would love to see us talk about it. Like I would love to see us highlight that to where something is being done or we're trying. Obviously fast forward 25 years later when Brian is born, or not Brian is born, but Brian is like,
Yeah.
highlighted, then it's still an issue because Maria Scher still talks about it and stuff. But I would love to sort of highlight the beginning of it, or in like, you know what I mean, like where it's first starting to be noticed. Yeah, because I feel like Maria Scher, that moment is very like why is no one saying anything? Like, you know what I mean? Like where she's like, we need to be saying something. So anyway, I was trying to think of how to word it. You did better. The Me Too movement. Yes. Yes, exactly. Yes. I didn't read any of these. Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys,
Yeah.
you guys summarized exactly what I wanted to say. I talk a lot, so I'm just gonna whoop.
Ooh. Um,
But what would you guys like to see? What would you like to see, Lisa?
Me.
Yeah, you. Yeah. It's still being
Um,
written.
um, more funding.
No, but come on. Okay. Oh my gosh. I said,
yeah,
sorry, your
yeah.
brain followed my rabbit hole, but said it better than me. So funny. I like this Lucas guy. Wait, I'm
Yeah.
looking at the name.
Had
Lucas.
you been able to come on Monday more, you would have met Lucas.
I would have loved to, my darling, but coronavirus.
I know, I know,
I'm
I
high
know.
risk. I'm high risk. I have to take the precautions. There are too
I
many
know,
cases. There are way
I
too
know.
many cases, man. It's so sad.
It's okay. It's
But we'll
okay.
all meet
Yeah,
eventually.
sure.
I'm so awkward.
Sure.
Oh, and you don't think I'm awkward? I'm awkward too. We could be awkward together. We're all awkward, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
Lucas
yes.
is in the music video.
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm.
who do you play?
He's one of the groomsmen.
Oh, oh, that's. I was supposed to be like some like photographer #1 or something, or something, something like that. Oh, that's so cool though. How did it go?
Good.
What's the
We still have
song? Come on,
we
we
still have
gotta,
2 more
you
days.
know,
Impressions.
impressions
The song's
written
impressions.
by who?
Oh, it's correct. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Written and performed by Tell the Truth.
Yes,
Composed by Jukebox Beats.
which he was on the live.
Which he was on the line.
He was on the
Boom.
live.
You're welcome. Plug. Done.
See we gotta. I think yes. I don't know. I think that energy is going exactly where you always dreamt of. And I see it coming into fruition, Lisa.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, can we please just talk about how you got the show like done? Like, what the heck? It's finished, girl. That's it. Now we got season 2.
Yeah.
This is big.
Yeah.
This is big.
So so again, for anyone just now coming on, we've been talking to the lovely Maura Mitchell,
That's me.
one of the main editors for the Zombie Chronicles.
I got an IMDb. It's official.
That's correct. Yes. The Zombie Chronicles is on IMDb. And before you jump in, thank you. You know, she hit around the head. Before we jump into season 2, I do need a little bit of a
little vacation. I know. I saw Dorothy's. I was like, yes. You know what?
Thank you, Lily.
We can just. Oh yeah, thanks.
Yes, great job, great teamwork. Lily said, thank you. Lily Chiquita won. I love your name. It's adorable. Love it. Love it.
We gotta go to like the islands.
Yeah. I will say this, and I'm putting it out there, guys. I said it before, but I didn't give any contact information. I apologize for that. You know, we are looking to get more writers in for season 2. And if you're interested, you can email me at lwaring.nxg@gmail.com.
I'll type that in. .nxg
At gmail.com. Mm-hmm.
At NXG.
Oh my goodness. No.
Oh, .nxg.
Oh my gosh. lwaring.nxg@gmail.com. Oh my gosh.
gmail.com. There we go. I did it. There you go.
You did it?
I did it, I think.
Oh, you did it.
Yeah, so they don't have to like do what I had to do. Oh, yo.
She did it. She wrote it down in there. Perfect.
So Lucas is interested in writing?
Huh?
Lucas says he's interested in writing.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Oh, Leo.
So there you go. But I'm going to the weather looks hard. I'm going to let you go now, Maura.
All right.
I appreciate you coming on. This is awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you for everything. Thank you for everything. What?
Thank you so much.
What?
So you guys can email me about that, or if you're interested in Production 101, I will be bringing on one more guest right now, and I think we all know who she is.
It's me. I'm just kidding. Surprise!
Surprise! Gotcha. No.
Gotcha. All right. But also, just a quick note.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys have any other talents that you can bring to the team, you know, like more music, if you're a musician, anything, we love you. And this is all the things that Lisa would say, but doesn't think of until afterward. And I'm there to be to say it before she will.
He's correct.
I
would say these things to be awesome.
I mean, full original soundtrack for Zombie Chronicles. So if that tells you anything, it tells you that we like original music.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
All right.
Local talent, help each other out.
Yes.
I love it.
So exciting. All right. Love you all. Bye.
All right.
Happy 4th of July. Woo!
Happy 4th of July, Laura.
AKA Happy Zombie Chronicles Day. Oh my God.
Yes.
I mean, I know it was yesterday, but still, I don't care. Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye. And boom. Oh, yes, we can talk about all the music, Lucas. We can talk about all the music. Hey, there she is. Our very own Denise.
Trying to make sure, get my good side, because on episode 8, I was looking rough. Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys. You all should know by now that this lovely woman is Denise from the Zombie Chronicles. She plays Brian's mother.
Yep.
And
such a smart mouth. Ugh.
How was that? How was that? Just
his smart mouth or acting?
Acting.
Nerve-wracking. Oh my gosh. I mean, did you tell everybody I cried the night before? The night before I shot? Like, oh my God, I cried. Don't get detail on here. He'll tell you the whole story. Yeah. But it was good though. It was good though.
Lucas says I was on my patio and my mom came out and I was like, "You're bopping." I was like, "The music is good." Lucas is in love with the music. He loves the music.
Oh my God.
Again, that's all thanks to Jukebox Beats, and Detail the Truth, to Steve, SP. Like, they just really, like, they came through. We talked about moods and, and maybe you may not know, but Dorothy here is the music supervisor over the Zombie Chronicles.
I mean, when you have that many men working on a project, you need someone to whip them into shape.
Correct. She was very instrumental in obtaining the music, obtaining the artist, and she was involved all the way. And she was a big help. It was.
Yeah. And the guys were amazing. They literally put their heart in it. Very receptive to like what our descriptiveness and the terms, and I could definitely say that they put their heart on the line. Like, they literally they gave us their all, and it shows. And I'm so grateful I could work with them, and I just love their music so much.
Ditto. I can tell you guys that there was not one track that I was like, they all hit.
Yeah.
All hit. And it was like, I was just like, okay, the 5th time, okay, 6th time, 7th time, like every time, just hitting it, nail on the head. They brought it, and I was just like, wow. I mean, I'm so grateful for them and for Dorothy, because without them or her, you guys would have been getting YouTube free music.
Oh my goodness. I seen Dan just jumped on. Hey, Dan.
Oh, is Dan here?
And Maura got on too. Maura, I love you so much. Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I was texting and I needed to make sure it was on recording so nobody could try to like twist my text. I loved the frozen screen. Like it was impeccable. It was so perfect. So
Yeah, with Maria. Oh my gosh, that I.
she did it. She
No,
put.
you really outdid it. You really outdid yourself. I could not have imagined between all of you, like the project just coming the way it did, like so beautifully. Just everything falling into place, and even premieres, just
Yeah.
really making it.
Racing the beginning of episode 8, like to be on, like it was such impactful. Episode 7. Earlier when we first started the lives, I was like, oh, episode 4 is my favorite because I got to help editing, which hopefully I did justice. I'm gonna leave it to the pros. I'm gonna leave that to you. I promise. But episode 7 ended up being my favorite, and after we watched episode 7 and then watched episode 8, we went back to episode 7 because I made my whole family do it. I was like, we got to watch it again. So episode 7 it touched my heart so much, and I feel like the whole reason why we did Zombie Chronicles was for episode 7 to really touch on the mental health awareness and embodying like the everyday problems we have. We have them every day, and it doesn't matter if you're clinically diagnosed with an illness or not. Like we struggle with things in our own brain and what our belief systems and our conditioning. And episode 7 was just ultimately my favorite.
And that brings up a good point about episode 7. It was one of the times where we adamantly, especially in the end credits, made it very clear that this was a lot to do with mental health. Yeah. And for some of you who don't know, Dorothy is part owner of Armorex Apparel. And, they, in post-production, Armorex teamed up with NXG Productions to kind of get things, help lay things out, lay the foundation for certain things, but especially going forward, elements that we had in the show as far as mental health and how, the zombies were a representation of that as well, were brought forth. That's why, for those of you who have seen it, at the end of episode 7, we have, the little symbol there, Mental Health Matters, their logo, their website, armorxapparel.com. Dorothy, if you could be so kind and let people, tell people a little bit about that.
Yes, I will. So Armorex is our business, and mental illness has touched our family, me and my partner, our family, and how do we move forward and not have it in vain? And that's really where Armorex came about. And Armorex is it's a fun way to bring awareness to mental illness and also mental health awareness. Because at the end of the day, like, you don't just overcome something, like you work through it. And so our slogan is actually move more. Move more on an idea, move more physically, move more intentionally. You don't know what to do, still just move. Get that clarity through your mind. And our mission is really to partner up, sponsor, and get that out there. We want to sponsor different companies and organizations to bring awareness. And that's ultimately how Detail and myself found Lisa, was the fact, just a little line that this had something to do with mental health awareness. And we're like, let's dive in. So you can go to our website. You can learn a little bit more about our story. Our son, his name is Caden, and he's featured on our website. It tells you about our situation. And so it's armorxapparel.com. You can go to About Us. And I hope you guys like what you see.
I'm going to punch that in really quickly while you see that. I just want to, thank you for coming on board with the project. Even though you were a little bit apprehensive, I put the website in the in the notes for anyone who's interested. So, Dorothy, can you tell me a little bit about what that first table reading was like for you. Just
Oh,
curious.
okay. I didn't know we were going there, but so first off, let me go before that. Hold on. I'm gonna pull the book right now. Okay. So when we got introduced to Lisa, it was actually through a mutual friend. Her name is Janet. Thank you so much, Janet. I love you so much. Have to give you a shout out on that. And Conlon Detail, he's my partner. And he used to do some acting. Just I'm gonna leave this here. Push to the limit. You need to go look at the music video. So, anyways, so he wanted to get back into acting, understanding what our ultimate mission was, which Armorex, what I just explained. And so we found out about this, and I said, okay, let's go. But I already know how Hollywood is, so I emailed Lisa, and I was like, I'm his manager. He's not getting taken advantage of. Like, I was bluffing the whole time, but I was like, as long as she knows we're serious. So she's like, oh my God, it's like there's an agent, there's a manager coming. So drug him there. He was all the excuses in the book. Ended up dragging him there, and she made me read. Like she made twisted my arm, like made me read. And so I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna get casted anyways. Couple weeks later, she casted me and Detail. Very little information. I'm like, whatever. I'm here to support Detail, Conlon. And the very first table reading came. I got like a pack of papers. And I was like, what is this shit? I'm whispering, I'm sweating. Oh my God, I'm sweating. And then so she gives out a contract, and I'm really good at contracts. And I was like, who does she think she is? Like, I'm gonna have to take this on myself. I stole the contract, right? I stole the contract, took it home to read it, and I was like, make sure we're not getting into anything. Then I think it was right before we started reading, I found out I was the third main character. I was like, oh no, second. Whatever. So I read like I was giving a fucking speech. And then I just cursed so naturally, right? I could not curse in the scene. I was spitting and sputtering. I was stuttering. Literally, she took me outside. She didn't take anybody else outside. I was getting ready to go. I just turned back. She took me outside, and already I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. This is not really. This is for you. And Conlon's like, it'll be fun. Come on, we'll do this together. It'll be fun. I'm like, okay, whatever. So she took me outside, and then fired me. And then I was like, oh no, this bitch did. I'm about to read this. I'm about to read this again. So automatically, her about to fire me, I was in it now.
I was not about to fire you. I was not about to fire you.
Hold on. Mr. Moore is on this live. He can concur. You were just can you not read it like that? For real. Listen, I was sweating on the way home. He was like, it's going to be it's got to be natural. And I was like, I don't know. And then she wants me to sign a contract. What does this mean? I just took the contract home. I was like, forget this. But you ended up catching me. You ended up being like, oh, can I get my contract? Okay. Yeah, I'm sweating talking about the first day. I was getting tired. I was like, oh Lord. Yeah.
Wow. So, well, your fans are in your corner. Don't worry. Morris can't imagine Zombie Chronicles without you as Denise. Dan the man, I see you, Dan. You can't even imagine that. Colin said she was being nice. Okay, for the record, guys, I was not about to fire Dorothy. I was giving her some advice, some talking. I was, directing her.
Let me ask the crew this. If you were the only one taken outside to speak to, how would you take it? I'm getting fired. I was like, I didn't even be here. How do you get fired for something you didn't want to do, technically? I was like, oh my God, I got to bring it next time. Yeah.
Lucas is Team Denise, so you're good.
Good. Thank you. Oh, Maura, I see you. Oh, thank you, Team Denise. Yes.
I saw that. No, to be perfectly honest, I saw that her nerves were really getting the best of her when we were doing the reading. So I took her out to kind of calm her nerves, not to So. Yeah. Maura says she wouldn't want Lisa mad at me. What is this? Yo, Lisa can confirm at the shoot for the music video, I hadn't seen it. Oh.
Confused a little bit.
What do you mean?
Oh, Denise gave me mom vibes.
It's a managing tact. Yes. Thank you. See, you know what? Louis Chiquita won. Thank you.
I like her too until she got on your team. Okay. I know you want to be a part of season 2. That's okay. That's okay. We all do. Oh yeah.
I took her out to take her out. Guns a blazing. Okay. No. It was not like that. To be perfectly honest, working with Dorothy, Denise, has been amazing, actually.
Thank you.
And just, for those of you who have watched the show, you know. Now, Dorothy has done a lot of things. A lot. She's managed people. She's worked an upper level business administration. She knows how to run things and how to delegate. She's excellent at that. That's part of the reason why we partnered up past this, and I brought her on as a producer because of how efficient she is. And believe it or not, this was her first acting gig.
Yes, it was my first. It was my first acting gig. I like to put shit together. Like I like to get it from point A to point B. So the behind the scenes just came very naturally to me. Acting has always been like in my guts. I wanted to try it, but I was like it just. I was there to support my partner. I really want to see his story get out and just everything embodying our message and our mark. So that was also taking me back a little bit too. But I think he's very happy that I did it too. A little bit of making fun of me and coaching me too. But oh my God, I just thank you, Lisa. Thank you. I love you so much. I do.
Oh my God, it's here. Like I mean, you.
Oh wait! I got it. Okay. Mora is like typing up a storm. Like Mora, wait. So sorry, Lisa. When you were talking about Denise's backstory, I so envision you as young Denise. She literally said. So Mora says, "I can play young Denise." How did I guess she's talking about me. How did you like the idea of Denise's backstory? I swear to God, I saw you as young Denise. I like right here.
Yes. Oh, this is easy. We'll just hold live, and you guys will help me write season 2, and I don't have to do anything. I love this. Done. And thank you. I saw that as well. But more. Here's where the problem lies. Maura wants you also to be her partner in crime.
Oh.
She wants to act with you.
Oh.
Maybe we can do some kind of dream sequence where Denise confronts her younger self.
Oh, that's
okay.
All right. We'll have to email that in.
Yeah. Hey guys, any more ideas or things that you want to see for season 2? Now's the time to kind of, put it out there. Because unless you're going to be in this room with me, I won't hear your ideas. I'd love to hear them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, more. Definitely, we could, flashback is an option. So, what was your favorite? Oh man! Oh guys, our live is gonna be ending in 14 seconds.
Aww.
It's putting me down. 10 seconds. Oh my gosh.
Oh well, thank you. I actually had a couple questions for you, but I guess until next time.
Maybe.